What are we talking about? Yeah, exactly. Good luck, hopium. Yeah, good luck, hopium. Just like fucking, you should be able to drive drunk too. You know, I'm better at driving when I'm drunk. Nixon was the first autistic president, but he had the back kind of autism. I doubt Nixon was the first autistic president. And also, Nixon's autism was like saying the N-word type autism. You know what I mean? It was like he had his autism specs were maxed out on the racism front. He was on the other side of the Hearts of Iron player comp. You know what I mean? Like 4chan autism before 4chan. Whereas like, yeah, we need like a I like trains type autism, which I thought Biden might have actually. He fucking loved them choo-choos, dude. Like he was, remember, he looked like a foamer out there. Every time he saw one of them trains, like he looked like me. He gets so excited. I was like, damn, we're getting high-speed rail. Fuck no. We ain't getting shit. We ain't even getting fucking Joe across the finish line, okay? He just got stoked when he saw a train because he was there when they were invented, okay? That's why. He's like, oh shit, this is a new invention, Jack. Y'all put these rails on the tracks. What the hell? Goddamn. You can put a lot of bad boys on this thing. Roll them around. Get some Chinese workers to build them. He was there. It's a new invention. They're calling it a train. It goes choo-choo. And the Chinese are building it.
Pointing out the about 30 falsehoods that we heard from former President Trump. But what you just did, Madam Speaker, was make the argument for Joe Biden's reelection in a way that he did not on Thursday night. Isn't that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem. It's a bad night. I see everything as an opportunity. Okay, you want to contrast what these people can do in a debate?
It's so funny having literally the second crypt keeper. Like, the only thing on Nancy Pelosi that is below the age where you should be allowed to drive is her titties. Everything else is like 800 years old too. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why is she the one talking about this? Yes, chatters, I'm saying she has a boob job. Okay, come on. It's just like, why is she the one being like, oh my God, yeah, I don't understand what you're saying about, I don't understand what you're saying about Joe Biden's age. I think he's perfectly virile. He's a snapping young man. He's a dashing young man. I also am 800 years old. It's like, yeah, you should not also be in power. Okay? It's crazy. We got one here. We busted out another corpse. Go home. Your husband is having gay sex. Okay? Go home to your husband. What are you doing in Congress still? The fuck?
They're not even telling the truth. Or do you want to talk what it means to you in your life when this person becomes president? This president, look, he lied about Daniel.
Yeah, they're going to roll out Jimmy Carter. Be like, sir, Mr. President, President Carter, sir, a lot of people have said that Biden's age represents senility. What would you have to say? And he's like, ah! And then he dies on camera. Dana Bash's like, and that was Jimmy Carter. How old can we go? How old can we go? We could go older. They should roll out the D-Day veterans again. The remaining 8 World War II veterans. Put him in front of a camera and be like, what do you guys think about how old Biden is?
January 6th, this was a horrible event in our country's history. He was the president of the United States who instigated an insurrection. He tries to blame it on me. Yeah, I planned my own assassination when he was sitting on his butt in the White House, not sending the National Guard and lying about it on the show. And
Dude, I swear to God, Riz means so much, even in politics. It's just like, I there's nothing, there's not even anything remotely like appealing about Nancy Pelosi. She's not even wrong. Like, she's literally talking about how Trump lied about January 6th. Okay. And I'm over here and it's just like, I'm over here being like, yeah, but like maybe they had a point, you know? Like, I'm reconsidering my position. The more I hear her speak, the more I'm like, maybe January 6th was valid. It's just, yeah, I know it's aura now, Unc. I know. The aura is important, okay? Like, she is so unappealing. She has nothing, no qualities that are like, that make me want to go out to bat for her, make me want to defend her. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, he was sitting on his butt while they were trying to assassinate me. It's true. It's literally true. It's so stupid to fucking say, yeah, Nancy Pelosi did January 6th. You know, she really wanted every HVAC business owner, who are heroes, by the way, and patriots, as you know. Heroes and patriots, God-fearing patriots. Thank God for our HVAC business owners, braver than the American military, okay? Braver than the Marines, certainly. Are you buzzed, bro? No, I'm just fucking tired. Yeah. Those HVAC business owners wanted to take shits on our desk, and by God, now that I've seen the alternative, an alternative universe where HVAC business owners do not exist, like in Europe, and you can get a heat stroke at like 75 degrees out here. They can do that. They can take shits wherever they want. I love America, and I love my HVAC business owners, man.
People are well-meaning. I had one of your reporters say, did he really send the National Guard? No, if they don't even know, then how can we make a judgment about how other people evaluate a presentation? So this is a dangerous person, as opposed to a person who, again, saved our country from COVID. The first bill we passed, shots in the arms, money in pocket, people in jobs, children at school. This president, with his denial and...
Bro, she's not doing a good job demonstrating her lack of senility, okay? She literally is like, what is going on? I mean, I know what's going on. I already know. You already know. We've been saying this for a long time. But it's so funny to me that she's like, he's so good. He shot an arm. Money pocket. School open. Let me go. I'm so old. I'm going to die. I'm going to die, Dana. No further questions, Dana. I might fucking die up in this bitch. Holy shit. My take on this, I think, is pretty sane. If you don't trust them behind the wheel of a car, you don't trust them with the nuclear launch codes. That's it. Okay? I do not trust Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein, Joe Brandon, John Fetterman behind the wheel of a car. Okay? I just don't. They're so fucking old, man. Dianne Feinstein is dead now, but I'm just saying, like, Mitch McConnell's another one. Oh, my God.
A delay caused people to die.
Yeah, and I completely understand what you're doing, and you are making the arguments.
What's up with them? What is her libs doing? Look at what's going on here. Can you zoom in on this thing? Hold on. You can't zoom in on a video. Fuck.
And I completely understand what you're doing, and you are making the arguments that you are hoping
What's she doing?
that Democratic voters.
Is she moving that zin around? What's happening here? What the fuck is going on?
The arguments that you are hoping that Democratic voters listen to about why Donald Trump is.
Oh my God. If I was like, dude, it is impossible not to be a right winger and be a conservative theorist and not be a conservative theory believer or conservative theory. What am I saying? Conspiracy theory believer. See, my brain is fucked up. My brain is fried. I'm not running for Congress though. Also, I'm coming off of a fucking insane flight, but it's just like if I'm a conservative dude, okay? If I'm a conservative dude and I watch CNN and I see Nancy Pelosi do that, I'm like, that's a lizard. Okay? That is straight up a lizard. What else? That's a lizard.
We're hoping that Democratic voters listen to.
Look, he's like, what are you doing? Trying to taste the air? What's going on?
Why Donald Trump is bad and shouldn't be put back in the White House. But the reality is there are still a lot of concerns that Joe Biden is the person to get you to that point, to making sure that Donald Trump is not back in there. No. Some prominent columnists, several newspaper editorial boards are just simply calling for Biden to step aside for the good of the country. Tom Friedman, a friend of President Biden's, wrote the following. He wrote, Joe Biden, a good man and a good president, has no business running for re-election. If he insists on running and he loses to Trump, Biden and his family and his staff and party members who enabled him will not be able to show their faces. What do you say to that?
If I was Nancy Pelosi, I'd be like, Thomas L. Friedman has L in the middle name, okay? He's got a L already. He was crying. He was weeping as he was watching the fucking debates. Shut up, you weepy bitch. I'm about to deport your ass. I think Friedman is Canadian too, right? I can't remember if he's one of the... There's a bunch of them. Goddamn Canadians in the New York Times editorial board. Be like, shut the fuck up, okay? He said he was crying. You really want to take his word seriously? That's what I would say to defend against Thomas L. Friedman.
Is there any part of you that believes that President Biden should step aside?
I want you to know I came home to California.
Who's the baddie on the right? Stop, dude. Fucking stop. You need God. You need to repent. Oh my God. Yo, Awooga. I feel like there needs to be an age of consent in the other direction, okay? This is one of those moments.
South and North, and people are for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They have some judgment about a person who sat on that, stood on that stage and lied. If you're just talking about the debate, I'm respectful of some of the opinions that people have, but I also am respectful of the grassroots. My people are very much Biden, Kamala Harris, and this is an opportunity for Joe Biden to go out there and show.
Excuse you mentioned your young titties, bro. Have you guys not seen Nancy Pelosi at the beach? Like, that's what I'm referencing. The rest of the body is like 85. Titties looking like she's 30. I swear to God, snapshot of just the breast disease, 35 years old. That's it. It's like very obviously implants. Yeah, she got the yummy parks. Why the fuck would you talk about someone's body like that? Please stop. Chan, stop objectifying women for fuck's sake. Yeah, yeah, I'm saying Nancy Pelosi is nothing. She's just a piece of meat. I'm saying Nancy Pelosi's qualifications are undermined by the fact that she's fucking hot or ugly. Okay. No. Here's the thing. Am I being rude and misogynistic a little bit? Certainly. Okay. But I've never fucking said Nancy Pelosi is like dumb. She's demented. But I regularly talk about how conniving she is. She's a fucking demon with the whip. Straight up. I've always given her credit for that. That's precisely why I hate her, actually. Because she was also incompetent. Like Dick Durbin, for example, probably wouldn't be talking about her as much. Dick Durbin sucks, but he's also incompetent. Nancy Pelosi sucks and is also very competent. Anyway, stop objectifying Nancy, you sexist pig. Let's get to the important stuff, like whether or not she's a lizard person. True, because she is a lizard person.
The stamina and the rest. And by the way, while the press, and for some reason they don't, there are healthcare professionals who think that Trump has dementia, that his connection, his thoughts do not go together.
I'm sorry, Nancy, you are the worst person to be making this argument right now. The David Pakman. Like, at least David is a good person to make this argument. Because, you know, he's not 800 years old. A lot of people are saying Trump has dementia. Good technique. Yeah, no, you're right. Like, Trump is insane, okay? He's an insane person. He's a very incompetent person. He's a very selfish person, okay? All of these things are true. And yet, it don't fucking matter because everyone can look at Donald Trump and look at Joe Biden and go, oh my God, one of these guys is significantly in a worse state. Okay? That's it. That's it. Like, and this is what I've been saying day one. And it's not like it's a done deal. It's not like it's a done deal. That's why people are like, bro, please save the Democratic Party. Please, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, people that care about the Democratic Party's prospects significantly more than me, like the Pod Johns, are saying this shit. Okay, like I've given up. I'm black-pilled. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's just I've seen too many of these. I've seen too many of these elections come and go. I know that these guys are the worst. I know that they don't give a fuck about anything, and they certainly don't give a fuck about winning elections. Like, they don't give a fuck about it. Because if they did, they would fire some people. Okay, every now and then. It's crazy.
He just lies. He doesn't even know the truth. So if we're just talking about mental acuity, let's be fair about it. I don't think Tom Friedman thinks that Donald Trump should be president of the United States. And you know, while he may be saying we're in
yes, Nancy, that's the real reason. That's the reason why everyone at the New York Times is literally saying Joe Biden drop out or else Trump is going to be president. We don't want Trump to be president. That's what they keep saying. It's not like they're like, we love Donald Trump. We want Donald Trump to be president. That's why we think Joe Biden should drop out. Your argument makes no dang sense. Everyone that cares a heck of a lot more than I do about the Democratic Party winning is crying right now. Oh no, this is what we were waiting for. Oh no, the Camp David summit ended. Oh no. New with Peter Baker, New York Times. Family wants him to stay in. Bro, they hate his ass. I swear to God, they fucking hate his ass, bro. They're like, no, let him. The fuck? How did that happen? What am I doing here? Oh, there it is. No, I thought I could avoid the fucking paywall. Hold on. Press X. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let's try this again. Boom. Hacker man. I got it. It's Joe over.
Neighbors. We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, and not debate, but discuss it with him. He's right there. So in any case, it was a bad.
Yeah, you guys can fucking yell up and down and swear that Joe Biden is so good. He's just such a dynamo behind closed doors. It's just not happening. You can't convince the American public. The American public is already convinced that he's not. And at a time when you need those people to be like, oh, I want an energetic person who's actually going to fucking fight the good fight and not a cadaver. At a time when you desperately need that to win, you can't do that. You can't. You can cry all the way. And the thing is, the loyalists will vote. They'll go out and vote. Polls haven't moved that much, right? That's what they'll say. What? Hasan, you know when you take Adderall and can't speak good, maybe that's what happened? Is that a thing that happens?
Let's not sugarcoat that. It was a bad night. It was a great presidency. And that's what the American people have to choose. A night where somebody's going to just misrepresent the facts completely, and then you're on your guard. The other person has to negate that. Or, again, it was a bad night. Let's move on from that. It's all an opportunity. Our members have been very thoughtful. They're very...
It's just such a massive L, too, because they personally fucking thought that this was going to be a banger. Biden was going to go out there. He was going to be fine. And then he wasn't. And then now they're like, just move on from it. It's like, bro, you put it together. Okay. The Democratic Party, Joe Biden re-election campaign suggested that there should be a debate at the date that it was done at, early as fuck. Specifically so that people would go, yeah, see, all the rumors about his mental faculties declining is unfounded. And he failed to deliver on that. Bro, she's having a stroke trying to explain how capable Biden is. But that's because Nancy's also old too. Nancy Pelosi, also very old. Literally, that's why she's like the worst person. She's the worst person to make this argument in general because of how old she is. But also, she shouldn't be in office either.
Concerned about a president who would lie the way they do, and then the Republicans just go embrace those misrepresentations.
Let me ask you about those members, because there are House and Senate Democrats.
Listen, if she was at home retiring with her $700 million, being the phenomenal fucking stock trader she is, her husband would not be cruising around looking for gay sex with the likes of David DePipe. Okay? Fix your life. Okay? Your husband, Paul, is driving drunk on his Porsche and then looking for dick. And then sometimes, almost having lovers quarrel and killing the person that he's having gay sex with. Something to consider.
We're worried that Joe Biden could be a drag on their races and could ultimately cost you the Senate, maybe even the ability to retake the House. Do you have any of those concerns?
We definitely will win the House of Representatives. It may come as a surprise to you, but when they saw the performance of Trump, donors doubled down and said, we absolutely have to have the Congress. So it kind of had an opposite effect in terms of the races. The members are always concerned about the top of the ticket. That's just the way it is. They're always concerned about the top
Are
of the
they
ticket.
more concerned now?
But I don't think well, we'll see. You can't make a judgment after one night. We'll just see. As Hakeem has said, we'll have our discussions as we go forward. But how do we walk away from a record of great performance on the part of this president with a promise to do more in terms of all the issues we talked about, and what we like to see, us and some of the women's caucus, womenomics, where women in the workplace, where we have family and medical leave, where we have affordable child care, where we have home health care for women who are caregivers. Men are caregivers too, so that we can have an economy where everyone participates to the fullest and children are cared for, because it's all about the children. So it's difficult. Politics is difficult. It's never easy. And again, members.
I feel like I don't get it. Like, it doesn't have to be him. Like, what? Why is it? Why are they like, dude, if it's not Joe Biden, we will all get ritualistically suicided. Like, she's on there holding on for dear life, dude. She's like, no, you don't understand. Politics is difficult. And sometimes you have to let a cadaver go. Okay? And by that, I don't mean like let him drop from the race and then appoint someone else who's competent. I mean, like, you have to let him go across the finish line as a dead man. Like, they're making it seem like is done. Like, the convention hasn't even happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Why are we acting like, the election is tomorrow? Oh. These are times when I'm like, where's the fucking Illuminati, man? Where? Like, every dumb guy is always chirping about the Illuminati. It's like, dude, you think why can't the Illuminati just like assassinate Joe Biden then, if that's real? If that was a real thing, that's what they would do. They would just like swap him out with like a clone. People also think that like, people always be like, oh, the Illuminati, they got lizard people, they got clones. It's like, okay, why won't they put a fucking Joe Biden clone that's like significantly younger? This clone is busted. It's a dud. Get a new clone.
Make their own decision. It wouldn't be the first time in campaigns, as long as I've been involved since I was chair of the party in the 80s, that people have not said, I'm running my own race. I'm not being associated with you, me, or...
Yeah.
Dude, how can you compare this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's like when in a red state, a popular Democratic senator distances themselves from the president. That's what it's like. Except we're talking about blue states, or we're talking about states that are supposed to go blue. I hate that. I hate the argument that she's making. It just has no basis in this circumstance.
top of the ticket.
Yeah, just real quick, because you mentioned that you have been a party chair before. Is there even a mechanism that you think would work if President Biden did decide to step aside? The campaign says that it would cause weeks of chaos and internal food fighting.
Well, again, there's nothing as well. It's just as
Like, listen,
Joe Biden
he's
getting
like, I've been doing this since the 60s. Okay, food fights are good. You know, sometimes you open your mouth up in the middle of a food fight and a little cupcake comes in there. Delicious, yummy cupcake. Food fights are great. Who said food fights are bad? I love food fighting. I love food. I love kids sitting on my lap, Jack. Corn Pop was a bad guy. It was a bad dude. Foo Fighters, my favorite band. Dave Grohl. Remember what Dave Grohl said about Taylor Swift the other day? Dave Grohl, you done fought for your food. That's what you done did. I love food. Food is my favorite. My favorite fruit is corn, just like Corn Pop. Reminds me of Corn Pop. He's a bad guy. I got hairy legs. Calm like a Tom. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. This is what we're doing. This is what she's doing.
up and taking the ball over the finish line. Something else could be chaotic. I don't say that to say that could never happen, because it might. I don't mean now. I mean, in history, it could. But understand this. This is really important for people to understand. Joe Biden has won the nomination. He has won the nomination.
Bro, he didn't run against anybody. He defeated Jank and like Dean Phillips. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, he won the nomination. Oh, that's sick, man. It's like me if I destroyed like kindergartners in basketball, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, baby. That's right. I'm the fucking champion. I'm basically LeBron now, because I absolutely destroyed a bunch of kindergartners in basketball. Okay. Hell yeah. Like, sorry, primaries are over. Very tough competition. You don't understand. Very tough competition in the primaries. Fucking Marianne Williamson, Jank, okay, Unk, and Dean Phillips. That's not a real primary. I'm sorry. What is happening?
But not officially. He hasn't. The roll call hasn't happened.
Yeah, but no, but that roll call has been happening around the country because of the timing of the election. It's a very different year.
Got it.
And so you would have to undo the nomination to do something else. That would not be a reason to do it or not do it. The question is, Joe Biden's decision to go forward is a decision that we will all embrace because of the record he has and the performance that will come with it. And the contrast.
Bro, I really love that that's the new talking point. That's the new talking point, isn't it? They're going to be running with this like, well, the American Democratic Party primary voters spoke. They spoke out and they said, we want Joe. We demand Joe. Like, they're going to gaslight us into acting like this was a real primary. That's what's going on here. I can tell.